Good evening to all of you. In his first public briefing since the sexual harassment scandal blew up last week, Governor Cuomo said today, once again, he is sorry.
But he will not resign, even though some critics like Republican Congressman Tom Reed want him to. Christian Garzone joins us now. Christian, you spoke with federal and state lawmakers on both sides of the aisle today.
Maureen, I did. GOP Congressman Tom Reed, who is considering a run for governor himself, said this morning he does not think Governor Cuomo will ever resign. Reed did say, though, impeachment could be on the table, especially with the nursing home investigation unfolding. On all this, Democratic Assemblyman Harry Bronson says to hang tight, though. We need to let investigations in place play out.
Responding to allegations of sexual harassment, Governor Andrew Cuomo said today he never touched anyone inappropriately. He says his intent was never to harm anyone. But he says that doesn't matter.
What matters is if anybody was offended by it. And I could intend no offense.
Cuomo says he apologizes, but when it comes to resignation, he says he's not. Politics, he says, are at play.
I wasn't elected by politicians. I was elected by the people of the state of New York. I'm not going to resign.
He says there's still too much work left to be done to get through the COVID crisis. Republican Congressman Tom Reed said this morning he thinks Cuomo resigning won't ever happen, even with the nursing home scandal investigation happening, where Reed says as many as 15,000 residents died from COVID.
I just don't see him doing it. I just do not see that ego that is represented by Governor Cuomo being in a position.
But Reed says a bipartisan impeachment could happen after independent investigations are completed.
And I think in holding him accountable, everything should be on the table.
Democratic Assemblyman Harry Bronson says when it comes to impeachment, we have to wait and see what the independent investigations have to say.
Depending on what those facts are, will determine how we hold the governor accountable.
For now, Cuomo says he's here to serve the people and to let the investigators looking into his conduct do their work.
I'm going to cooperate with the Attorney General's investigation.
Jeremy Cooney weighed in today saying the sexual harassment allegations are disturbing and offensive conduct, adding our democracy demands we hold our officials to the highest ethical standards. He calls for an expedited investigation by the AG. His full statement is available online at rochesterfirst.com. Maureen, back to you.
All right, Christian, thank you. Even though the governor remains steadfast on his decision not to resign, as Jack Watson reports, an exclusive Emerson College poll reveals many New Yorkers think he should. Jack?
Maureen, we know the governor's approval rating took a serious hit. Back in the summer, it was about 60%. Now a recent poll finds it around 38%. Of course, today we heard the governor would not resign over those claims of sexual harassment. And let's take a closer look at the data here. Our poll also asked New Yorkers whether they see the scandals as seriously affecting his ability to lead. 39% say they will. 31% say they won't. 14% say he never had the ability to lead in the first place. Now, let's break that down by gender. We find that more female respondents think it will affect his ability to lead than male respondents. About 37% of male respondents do, compared to about 41% of female respondents. Lastly, let's get big picture here. Divided up by age range, a majority of both the youngest and oldest age brackets think New York is headed in the wrong direction. More in the 35 to 49 and 50 to 64 age brackets say we are heading in the right direction. And one last note here, more than 40% of New Yorkers in both of the two youngest age brackets say Governor Cuomo should resign over the harassment allegations. Compare that to more than 40% of New Yorkers in two of the oldest age brackets who say he should not. Maureen?
All right, Jack, thank you. And we have placed a breakdown of this entire poll on our website. Head on over to rochesterfirst.com to take a look.